Shalom, Yashrala. This is your brother Dawud from GMF Tampa Bay 07, coming at you with another video. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And salutations to you, I keep pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, we're going to get into this here lesson. This is going to be a brief little lesson of just touching slightly on, giving you an overview of Esau's judgment, or the so-called white man, the so-called white man's future, Now, this isn't all the scriptures that, that go into that, This is just a brief, a brief look at it, how do you say, a synopsis of what's going on, So with that, we're going to just jump right on into it, setting the tone, okay? So we're going to give you the reason why he's about to get his judgment first and foremost, and then we're going to get into his charges, from the Most High's charges upon Esau, and then we're going to get into some of his judgments. So, first of all, we're going to get into Genesis 27, and, here, let me turn this down. I don't know if you can hear that sound. All right, this is Genesis 27, and I'm going to start at verse 41. All right, Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated his brother Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay? So first and foremost, Esau, Esau basically hated Jacob, Esau, it's clear. It says Esau hated Jacob, First of all, this is his twin brother, You're supposed to love and take care of your brother, But yet he hated his brother because of the blessing, But Esau wound up selling his birthright unto Jacob. So, I mean, that's, basically that was his bad. He shouldn't have fucked up, But all through the spirit, that's how it was set up anyway, And it says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother. So basically, Esau is like, yo, as soon as my pops die, I'm about to have it out for my brother, Cain and Abel type of deal, you see how wicked that shit was, and this is him in the reincarnation, Verse 42, and these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, does comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. So, this is the setup right here, Esau basically butthurt, and so he basically is like, yo, look, I hate my brother. When my pops die, I'm going to kill his ass, And Rebecca basically said, here, look, as touching the, how do we say, and as for you, Esau is basically saying how he feel about Jacob, as for you, what I'm saying, I'll feel better once I kill your ass, basically. That's basically what was going on here. It says, behold, thy brother Esau is touching thee, does comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Okay? So, some people, they get high stress or whatever, and they got like a stress ball or something, and they squeeze the stress ball to relieve their stress. Basically, Esau here, his stress ball is like, look, I ain't going to be satisfied till I kill my brother, If I'm having a bad day, the man himself, Esau, didn't get a chance to kill Jacob, the man Jacob. But their kids, Esau, the Edomites, Esau's descendants, kept perpetuating this, So basically, the Edomites, inside of their heart, they get off on killing Jake, That's just what they do. And when you go back into the history of, things that was going on over here, like gator bait and stuff like that, all kind of stuff like that, just for sport, This is how he get off. This is what entertains him, This is how he's comforted, because he know that he basically he ain't gonna get the kingdom, so he's like, well, fuck it. If I can't have it, nobody gonna get it. I'm gonna just, tear every damn thing up, So, and another thing there, that was when Isaac, he said, the days of my father, let me get it, let's quote it. I'm just going to jump right into the next scripture. Genesis 27 and 41. It says, at the bottom, it says, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So, looking at the time frame here, this is when Isaac was basically on his deathbed. Isaac was still breathing. Okay? I say that to say this. From the time that Isaac was still breathing on the planet Earth, up until this very day that you're watching this video, he still got that hatred. Okay? It's a perpetual hatred. Which is going to lead us into Ezekiel 35. Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 from the top. Okay, Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. So Mount Seir is another name for Esau. You know, like the Most High call is Mount Zion. You know, or Jerusalem. You know, also is the same thing for Esau or the Edomites. You know, you call them basically like off their location. You know, Mount Seir. And it says, set thy face against it, okay? So if you set your face against somebody else, y'all basically arguing, you know? You're not, how do you say, joined in one, you're not joined in together with them, you know? You basically is opposing him, you know? It says, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, okay? Basically, like, look, like, when a judge, you go to court, right, and you done lost your case or whatever your case was. Let's say you on trial for murder. And the jury then came back with the decision, and the judge is reading out your basically your judgment. You know, it's basically saying he's more or less like in here how it says prophesy against it. The judge is basically telling you he's prophesying against you. He's like, all right, you're gonna be sentenced to 35 years in jail, such on and so forth. He basically reading out to you what's going on. You know, he's speaking against you. Okay, it says and say unto it, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So the Most High is against this white man, okay? The so-called white man. The Most High, he don't like him, you know? Well, we can get it here. No. That's not what I wanted. This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob. Verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay? So the Most High said he hated Esau, okay? He greatly despised this vile beast, you know? And we did a lesson talking about the characteristics of this nasty vile beast, you know, and he's just a disgrace unto the face of the earth, you know. Everything, he's against everything. He's the epitome of death, you know. Death and hell followed him, you know. Everything about him is just purely death, you know. He don't got nothing like life about him, you know. We're gonna jump back into Ezekiel 35 though. It says Ezekiel 35 verse 3 again, and say verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And say unto, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee and make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Okay? The Most High said, look, I'm about to fuck you up, and I'm about to run through all your cities. Your city's going to be most desolate, you know? Verse 5. This is the reason why, okay? This is the reason why the Most High said he hated Esau. He loved Jacob and hated Esau. This is why why Esau don't have a place of repentance, you know? Why Esau is going to be cut off forever. You know, when we get into these scriptures saying stuff like that and why he going into slavery, we reading why right now. You know, these are the charges being brought up against him. So Ezekiel 35:5 says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, okay? That shit is like perpetual, you know? The sun rising and setting is in perpetual motion. You know what I'm saying? That shit is going to keep going, you know? It ain't stopping, you know? Time is in perpetuation, you know? It's just constantly going, all right? So it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Yeah, and from the time that, like I said, from the time that Isaac was still living on this here earth, up until this very day, you know, and until the day that the Most High, basically saying Yahweh try to put Esau in his captivity, you know, it's going to be the same deal, you know, basically until he get eradicated, because shit, when he in captivity, he probably still going to have the same ass feelings. But, verse 5 again, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Like, bro, you had a perpetual hatred for your brother. Then you how you say you pushed up on Israel with the damn sword. You was killing our ass in the day, basically in the day of when we was down. You kicked us while we was down. Then when we got done getting our ass beat, you know, you in the fight, and a motherfucker getting his ass beat so bad, you know, you got real niggas around, they be like, look, bro, he didn't had enough. Get up off of him. Then you done got up off of him, then, you know, he already a bloody pope on the ground. You done ran back over there and kicked him in the head. That's some bitch-made ass shit right there, you know? That's how Esau get down, you know? Verse 6, therefore as I live, saith Yahweh, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. So the Most High said, he said, look, I'm about to make Mount Seir, or Esau, most desolate. The whole fucking, not certain individual Edomites, the whole fucking nation. So Most High deal with the whole fucking nation. You know, you don't pick and choose up out of that nation. You know what I'm saying? You can get your own personal judgment, yeah. But more or less your whole nation gonna get the damn judgment, you know? Just like us. We all went into captivity. Every last one of us went into captivity, you know? It says, verse 8, and I will fill his mountains with slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys and all the rivers, they shall fall that are slain with the sword. Okay? I will make the perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. So the Most High keep coming back saying, look, you gonna know my name, bitch. You gonna know who I am. You gonna learn to respect me, you know, first and foremost. Then he says, he keep using the word perpetual. Okay? It says, let me go back up to the top. It says, because I have had a perpetual hatred. Okay? Then down here it says, look, it says, I will make the perpetual desolations. I'm going to just keep fucking you up constantly, over and over and over. There ain't going to be no end to that shit. Because you, since the beginning of the time up until now, you didn't hated us all the way down. So look, hey, we ain't going to stop either, man. And the Most High, he high and powerful, man. He could change time, you know, time frames and shit, you know, slow shit down for your ass, you know. It says, verse 10, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it when Yahweh was there. Okay? Whereas Yahweh was there. And it's talking about the northern and the southern kingdom. First of all, let's go back. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations. What two nations? The kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah. Okay? Those two nations, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. He said those are mine. He got us in captivity. Not to say nobody else is ruling, can't nobody else rule over us, but he's ruling over both the northern and the southern kingdom, okay? Then also says, these two countries shall be mine. All right, what was we expelled from? First of all, the northern kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, they went into captivity in Assyria. Then they left there and basically came over here to the Americas, right? So this was basically their land up until then because nobody else was here. They didn't kill nobody for his land. They just came over here and this was their land, you know? And then the so-called white man came over here and genocided the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, and took their damn land. All right? And then over there in Jerusalem, 70 A.D., that's actually the homeland of all of us, you know. But like I said, the northern kingdom was already taken out of that area. We was the only ones left over there. And then in 70 A.D., the so-called white man, the Romans, under Titus and Vespasian, came in and ransacked Jerusalem, you know, and scattered us out. And now look who over there in that damn land with the Balfour Declaration. All right? And it says, whereas Yahweh was there. Like, bro, you trying to rule over us and tell us what to do as if you the Most High. The Most High is like, look, we the children of the Most High, and he our Father, right? But you sitting over top of us like you our Father, telling us what to do, what to eat, how to do shit. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, what the hell? You got it like fucked up, you know? The Most High finna repay your ass for that. You ain't the Most High, man. Thus say, who saith in his heart that I shall be like the Most High? This is Esau we talking about here. This vile ass nigga, man. Verse 11. Therefore as I live, okay? The Most High, he ain't gonna never die. First of all, so this word, like the Most High say, my word don't it's not gonna come back void. So the Most High is basically saying something that's more or less rhetorical. Basically saying you can guarantee this shit. All right? So it says, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. So all that hatred you had, you was piling up against us, and you was pushing upon us with that shit, you know, and you used that as your gas to gas you up. The Most High was like, look, that same shit you had, that same spirit you was in, hey, we're going to put that up on the children of Israel, and they're going to ride on your ass. And not only that, I'm going to put my anger on them on top of that. Okay? The shit that you was mad about and the anger you had that was gassing you up, I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put some octane booster. I'm going to put my own anger on top of that, and they're going to run through your ass. All right? It says, verse 11 again. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. See, the Most High keeps saying this. You gonna know my name, bitch. Basically, because you act like the Most High don't exist. You act like the Most High ain't real. And then if, on top of all that, your disrespectful ass, you like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna turn my back on him. And he ain't got shit to say to me. What kind of power he got over me? God who? He ain't no God to me. This is Esau saying. So the Most High say, you gonna know that I am Yahweh. You gonna understand what the fuck that shit mean. You the most reprobate out of reprobate. Like, we reprobates too. We go off, you know, that's why we're in our captivity now. But even still, yeah, we, certain things, you know, you can go find the most bugged out Jake, you know, and most, except for in today's time, because, you know, we really, really fucked up right now. But for the most part, the most fucked up ass Jake still be like, yeah, you know, they got that tattoo that says Ray Borgier on them and stuff. Oh, only God can judge me now. You know, they still somewhat have some kind of, you know, awareness of the Most High. But Esau just be like, man, fuck all of that, you know? But like I said, man, like the Most High said, he finna fuck you up, man. Verse 12, thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies. I heard the fuck you was saying, bitch. Act like I wasn't finna ride up on your ass. What the fuck is wrong with you, Esau? It says, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and that I have heard all the blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate, and they are given to us to consume. Yeah, I heard when you said, man, fuck them niggas over there. They gonna be my slaves. They goyim. They cattle. They my servants. These niggas gonna be over here plowing the field for me. These my employees. These my servants. I'm their God. They bow down to worship me. I done painted a picture of my own self, says Ray Borgier, and these niggas bow down to worship me. And when I oppress their ass and they need some kind of help, they gonna bow down on their fucking knees and they gonna pray to me for this shit. The Most High heard your blasphemies. Hey, Esau, you got some shit coming for your ass, man. For real. The Most High gonna lay your ass down and you ain't gonna never return again because of this vile shit. This nigga is the embodiment of the devil. Like, all the shit you could think of how evil and wicked the devil is, nigga, that shit is child's play. That make that fucking character you think about as the devil look like a fucking angel when you realize the real characteristics of this so-called white man. This nigga, man, we ain't gonna get into that. See, I get, you know, kind of heated about this nigga, for real, man. Like, you know, because Esau's just super reprobate, man. Super reprobate. But nevertheless, we're going to try to get back into this lesson, man. It says, verse 13. Thus with your mouth have you boasted against me and multiplied your words against me, and I've heard them. Yeah, with that so-called Big Bang Theory and social Darwinism and evolution. Oh, yeah, we just evolved. Yeah, we just got here by some kind of chance. Ain't nobody created us. The fuck is you talking about? Ain't nobody that smart to create all of this shit. We just got here by some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? This old bum-ass nigga, man. It says, thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. And that's kind of like backwards. Basically, let me reread it how it's really going to play out. It says, I will make thee desolate, then the whole earth is going to rejoice. Okay? So the Most High, like, what he said was, thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoices. Like, why is everybody happy and shit? And then the answer to that is, I'll make thee most desolate. When I fuck you up, everybody else going to be alright. Because you over here, how's the hammer of the earth ceased? And he who smote the people with continual wrath. You know, with a continual stroke in his wrath. That's Esau. He got everybody oppressed right now, you know? Like Moab, China and them over there, right? The so-called Chinese, they all polluted and shit over there because they got to manufacture all this shit for the low and all the fucked up conditions so they can sell the shit over here, you know? And Moab gonna be a lot happier when Esau's gone because he ain't gotta be fucking up his own people for that shit. Verse 15, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so I will do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea. Ain't none of you Edomites gonna escape. Alright? Now, that's not saying that ain't no so-called white people ain't gonna escape. Now, when I say don't let that be a stumbling block, because there's something called a confusion of faith. Alright? there's going to be some people with white skin, you know, for an example, somebody that like Cameron Diaz or like Blake Griffin's son, you know. He looked like, if you was to see him, he like a straight up Edomite. You just see that little boy walking around with his Edomite grandparents and stuff like that. You'd be like, okay, he Edomite. He going in and he going to get destroyed. Then you want to see his ass walking around in the kingdom and she'd be like, what the fuck? The scriptures lie. No, that's what they call confusion of faces, you know. But all I do mean, like these scriptures say, I don't give a damn what color you are. If you were Edomite, you know, because you got the wheats and the tares, okay? You got some Edomites that look exactly like Jake, you know, that's darker than Jake. That look like Hispanics, but they actually Edomites, you know. So when you see them get burnt, they're like, what the fuck is going on here? But then again, yeah, 2/3 of our people gonna get cut off because though hand join in hand, you know, the wicked still gonna be cut off. They're gonna be cut off too, man. Let me read verse 15 again. As thou did rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all of Idumea, even all of it. So the Most High said that shit 3 times. He said, look, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, 1 time, and all of Idumea, just in case one of y'all try to slip the fuck out, and even all of it, every last one of y'all, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Like I said, the Most High keeps saying, look, you're going to know who I am. And you're going to learn to understand, to respect you're going to put some respect on my name, bitch. Basically, you're going to know my name. All right? The Most High ain't playing with y'all ass no more. And he got, man, the Most High got something for Esau, man. And he also got something for anybody who, you know what I'm saying, keep trying to hold Esau up, you know? We're going to go into the book of Obadiah. This is Obadiah starting from the top. Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. What's that rumor? Yeah, this nigga finna go into slavery. Alright? He finna goddamn get burnt up after that. You know, he's gonna get eradicated. But that ain't really a rumor because it's actually true. It's what the Most High said. We finna get into that. Okay? So the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Okay? So I'll be going out telling these goddamn heathen, or Esau his judgment, and the rest of the nations their judgment. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Don't nobody like this Edomite. Nobody on the planet Earth like this Edomite. Everybody is against him. Okay? The only people that really is joining hand in hand with him is our 2/3 ass people with Stockholm syndrome, you know? They're of their father the devil. And basically they're gonna do his will, you know? That's the only people that's holding him up. His own people don't even fucking like him. Verse 3, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Alright? The pride of this man, Esau got some pride in him, you know, the proud of the Marines, you know, they got these sayings, I'm proud to be an American. And it says, who say in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Like, I'm on top, ain't nobody finna knock me down. I got now, I got next, and I got forever. That's basically what Esau's saying. Like, nigga, we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be here forever. But, you know, the Most High said, look, you got jokes, man. You got jokes. And that shit is hilarious, you know? Because you really think you finna go on in this wickedness forever and ever? Yeah, right. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down. Like, yeah, you think you're gonna be up on top all day, but the Most High gonna bring your ass down. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? You know, I'm gonna come like a thief in the night. Okay? Would they not have stolen until they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? Alright? How we finding out all about your Illuminati, you fucking goats, you doing child sacrifices, MK Ultra, the Rothschilds? How we finding out about all this stuff? Pizzagate and shit like that? How we finding out about all this stuff? The Most High is your own tongue is exposing your ass, man. Came out with that damn internet and all that's doing is just exposing you. Now you're trying to shut it the fuck off and you can't. Alright? Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. You know, so that NATO, you know, and these going to hate the whore, you know. NATO, the EU, the UN, all their little allies, yo, they got you in a trick bag, you know. And if you watching the news and stuff, a lot of their little allies right now, they going broke over here trying to sustain this military campaign they got going on. And they like, look, man, we got to have to cut loose before we go down trying to sustain your ass. Because at the end of the day, we're going to all go broke and basically be a subjection under you. Right now, we on some kind of even playing field with you, but we running out of money. You don't want to keep creating money out of nowhere, but we ain't got it like that, you know. This is, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There's none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of Mount Esau? Yeah, these people waxing dumber and dumber every damn day, man. They're getting dumber and dumber. Where they used to be so-called professionals and proficient in certain areas, now they act like they don't know what the fuck going on, you know? They just looking like a box of rocks, you know? It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to an end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So the Most High say, look, he finna genocide y'all ass. Every last one of y'all ass finna get put to death. Every single one of y'all ass is gonna get, there ain't gonna be an Edomite left. You know, after you know, when it's time come, that's gonna be our mission. I'm gonna send for fishers at first, then we're gonna send for hunters, and they're gonna hunt them. Okay? These scriptures, they all lining up to the same thing. They all saying the same thing, man. And here we go again. This is gonna be the reason why all this is gonna happen. This is the reason why. Let me read this in again. It says, verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So they're going to be cut the fuck off. Okay? And for what reason? Verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. Thou shalt be cut off forever. Yeah, he had that perpetual hatred. He said in his heart he was going to kill his brother Jacob. He comforted himself purposing to kill us. All right? Because the homeboy he got it out for us all damn day long. He don't get no sleep unless he goddamn did something to get us closer to death or put one of us to death, you know? It says, verse 11, and the day thou stoodest on the other side, and the day the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered in his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. All right? Bro, that's self-explanatory, man. Again, you kicking us while we down, man. You over here fucking us up, man. For one, you're supposed to be our brother. You're supposed to be helping your brother out. But then you was like, oh, they already in straits right now. Let me go ahead. Somebody that ran up and knocked us out, right? And you run up there and trying to run our pockets. And you're supposed to be our brother, man. What kind of shit is that? Verse 12, but thou hast not looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah of their destruction. Neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So again, bruh, so I got into a fight, you know, Esau, my twin brother, right? I got into a fight with Moab. And Moab then snuck and knocked me out. Now my fucking twin brother done ran up and started running my pockets, going through my wallet and shit, you know? Taking my shoes and shit. Like, and then my pops just found out about this, like, not only did you let your brother get knocked the fuck out, you went and robbed your brother after he got knocked out and let that nigga get away with the shit? You know, Jake growing up in their households, you get your ass beat for some shit like that. You didn't watch your sibling or your little brother or somebody get fucked up, and you just sat there and watched the shit, and then you, let alone, I couldn't even imagine Jake trying to kick his brother while he down and have to go home to their goddamn mama about that. Man, they been and got fucked up. So how much more you think the Most High feel about you? We reading about it here in the scriptures. You know, Esau, you got some shit coming for you, man. It says, thou shouldest not have entered in the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Again, we done got knocked out from another nigga over there, and you came and ran our pockets. All right? Or you held us down while this nigga knocked us out, then you ran our pockets, because you was one of them niggas who was jumping us. All right? You know, like when the Arabs took us, you know, we got ransacked in Jerusalem, then the Arabs took us in the sub-Saharan slave trade and marched us from one side of Africa to the other side. Then the fucking Africans rounded us up from there and then sold our ass onto the goddamn Edomites, you know? Like, yo, they had started fucking us up at first, you know? you know, the Edomites ran inside of Jerusalem. Then y'all started fucking us up. The Arabs and shit and the Africans started fucking us up. Then y'all came back and fucked us up even more while we was already down. Verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, and as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. All the shit you did, bruh, you're going to have to pay for that shit. You're going to have to pay double. Verse 16. For as you have drunk of my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down. They shall be as though they had not been. All right? I love this scripture. I call this shit I call this scripture the Eat the Cake anime script, you know? If you ever seen that movie with Tina Turner and shit in there where they talking about Ike and Tina Turner where he's like, eat the cake anime. I don't want the cake, Ike, and he smashed that shit in her face. You gonna eat this goddamn cake. That's gonna be Esau. Alright, yo, bruh. Oh, my people, they drunk of this and they weren't even supposed to drink of this cup. You gonna drink this shit. You gonna drink it all the way down to the very last drop. You gonna be licking the inside of the bottle till your goddamn tongue get dry. You gonna drink this shit down, you know? And what is that cup? That cup is talking about slavery. The Most High's judgment, alright? And I love how it says, so all the heathen shall drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down. The Most High had to come back and reinforce that statement. Yeah, they gonna drink. Yeah, they gonna drink continually. Hey, they gonna swallow this shit down. They ain't gonna throw none of this up. And if they throw it up, they gonna pick it back up and drink it back down again. Alright? Let these motherfuckers throw up on some carpet and shit. They gonna take that carpet, wring it out, and drink it back down again. You know, metaphorically speaking. That's how the Most High said, you gonna drink this shit, man. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in him and devour them, and they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. So the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, we gonna basically be like that fire, and then Esau gonna basically be the goddamn fuel for the fire. We gonna or the leaves and shit. We gonna burn your ass the fuck up. The Most High gonna put that anger on us. That's gonna be the fuel to turn that shit up on your ass, and you gonna go from leaves to ashes. All right, then we gonna burn the fucking ashes. That's how. Let me read the Bible. It says, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. We gonna fuck y'all ass completely up. All right, there's gonna be no end to that. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of the host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Shephar, shall possess the cities of the south. And Savior shall come up on the Mount Zion and judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. Okay? And that last part talking about how the Savior is going to come up and judge the Mount of Esau, Jeremiah 51:20. All right? That's what that's getting into. The next script is Ezekiel 25. Verse 12. Thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon him. Alright? Like we read in Joel 3 and 6. Alright? You know, you have sold Judah unto the Grecians. It says, therefore thus saith Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power. So here it says, look, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. So the so-called black man is going to goddamn run through these so-called white people. All right? And shit, we're going to have to get that because that's right what we're talking about. Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. I will break in pieces the horse and his rider, and With thee I will break in pieces the chariot and his rider. I will also break in pieces man and woman, and with thee I will break in pieces old and young, and with thee I will break in pieces young man and maid. I will also break in pieces the shepherd and his flock, and with thee I will break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee I will break in pieces the captains and the ruler. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done unto Zion in your sight. Okay? So, verse 25, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. What mountain? Mount Seir. Okay? Thus saith Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. Okay, the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, that's that same motherfucker who's destroying the whole fucking earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Alright? And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. Alright? We got a little bit more time. This is the book of Job. Chapter 20. And I'm going to read 22 and 23 and go back up to 15. This is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It's talking about Esau here, you know. When he basically, let me read the next verse. And when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's still eating. Alright? And he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So that's talking about these nukes. Right when he about to get his system, his new world order, that beast system completed, everything complete, and he has complete dominion over everything, every individual. He got microchips on every damn thing. He's monitoring everything, all right? When that shit comes, when he about to fill his belly, all right? Basically, it says he gonna basically get destroyed. But we're gonna go up to verse 15. So it says when he fill his belly, when he get done eating, when he about full, okay? This is Job 20 and 15. He shall swallow down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. Right when he damn near full, he didn't have that good meal. He didn't ate at all he can eat restaurant. You know what I'm saying? He didn't got super stuff. And now he just sat back and put his fork down on the plate, finished, and he burped. And now with that burp, he just threw up every damn thing he spent all that time eating. All right, everything coming back up. He can't even breathe. He's throwing up so goddamn more. So much. This is the book of Isaiah. Oh, actually, let me get this first. The book of Revelations, chapter 13. I'm going to just jump into verse 10. It says, he that leadeth, Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. All right? Who brought us over here into captivity? The Edomites. All right? They going, the so-called white man. He going into slavery. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And we still slaves right now to this day up under him. All right? So when Yahweh shall come back, Yahweh shall going to put him back into captivity. And it also says, he that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right? And when you look at, what is it? I think it's Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right? Genesis 27 and 40. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And that's all we want to get at the top. And by thy sword thou shalt live. Okay? So he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Esau, only way of getting by in this earth is by killing with the damn sword. So that's who it's talking about. All right? I'm going to grab this last script real quick. In the book of Isaiah. Chapter 14. We're going to start at the top. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right? And them strangers is talking about, the confusion of faces of our people. They're going to come back unto us, and, they're going to follow our laws, the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, Verse 2, and the people shall take them, okay? The people's talking about us, the Israelites, shall take them to their place. Who is it them? Talking about these Edomites, okay? And the house of Israel, okay, shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaidens, and they shall take them captives who captives they were. Okay, so he that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. Then here it says, and they shall take them captives who captives they were. So you see it again, you know. You push me, so I'm going to push you back, right? But since you push me back, I got to push you back. That type of relationship. We're not going to push a third party who wasn't even pushing us. So you brought us into captivity, we taking your ass into captivity. Then it also says they're going to take them captives who captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. And who's oppressing us this day? Esau, all right? With that, we're going to go ahead and close this out because I don't want this file to get corrupted for being a little too long. So with that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, we want to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us this truth. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring to the end. Shalom.